Hey everybody, David and David here from payitforward.com and upphone.com, and in this video we're going to tell you about the best earbuds of 2021. 13 pairs we tested.
Right, we went on Amazon.com and spent our own money on all of these earbuds. Oh, there go the AirPods.
There go the AirPods.
All of these. We spent our own money on all of these, so you can trust us. We listened to 8 different songs and listened to different things like bass and overall balance and dynamics. We judged each one based on comfort and durability. I don't think either of us expected before we started that they would be so different.
Yeah, I was kind of taken aback when I heard, just the difference in quality between the really good earbuds and the really bad ones. It's interesting looking at some of the online reviews. Everything's kind of clumped together in this like mid 4-star range, 4.2 to 4.8, and don't trust those.
Don't trust them at all, either Amazon reviews or other reviewers, because we saw some headphones that were ranked way too high, and I think that some money is changing hands, because otherwise they would have gone right in the toilet.
Yeah, so we'll play some highlights of our review process for you. If you don't want to watch us review these headphones, you just want to know which ones are our favorites and our least favorites, timestamps are in the description. Let's dive in. Next, we're going to test out the AirPods. These have been my go-to headphones since they came out in December 2016.
I think they're a good point of comparison for all of the earbuds that were going to be evaluated, so we're starting here. I think these are very flat sounding. I think they're optimized for vocal quality and intelligibility, but not necessarily for like enjoying music.
My main takeaway was that they're very clear sounding, but the space and the 3D just wasn't really there.
My impression is that Apple is optimizing the music, or they're trying to a lot. So these are way better than the original AirPods. Apple's optimization seems to give a lot of the tracks sort of a flat quality to me. Like they're trying to balance everything with software. It tends to compress everything and just make it feel less spacious than like the Bose, which seem to really do a good job of replicating the sound stage.
They're improving bad recordings, but also maybe taking something away from really good recordings.
That's what I should have said.
Yeah. Comparing these to the original AirPods, I wouldn't,
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't,
because they have that same optimized quality as the originals do. Yes, these have a little bit more bass and they're a little bit more snug and they have noise canceling. Yeah. But it's more of a feature upgrade than a sound upgrade.
Beats Flex, wear them to the gym, flex with your flex. $50, very cheap for a Beats product. I mean, in terms of style, this just feels like a really long cable.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, in terms of durability, like this is really thin and flimsy.
It's got a little bit of like a linguine feel to it.
It does got a pasta feel.
Very snug. I mean, I'm concerned the cable's gonna get ripped out of your head. That's gonna be fun.
Like, I mean, the cable's just ridiculous. I thought the bass sounded absolutely terrible on every single song.
You really?
I thought it sounded awful.
What did you give it? Out of 5?
Out of 5?
I gave it a 3.
I would be lower than that. Cable's ridiculous, the audio doesn't sound great. I mean, they don't cause me like pain like the Jabras did.
No, they're much better than the Jabras.
Powerbeats.
Powerbeats.
All right. Beats have the most complicated boxes. Beats is pretty good at getting the color to match. Other headphones,
these
not
are a
so
little
great.
bit duller than
a little bit duller.
That's a little, come on.
There's your wire right there. Don't cut that and make them true wireless because then they won't work.
Like a Twizzler. It's a Twizzler.
We couldn't figure out how to get these to stay in our ears. We gave you the hook and a cable. Not comfortable. It's like bending my ear too, so it's like, I am never gonna wear these again.
Passive noise cancellation, #none. The Radiohead orchestra song. It starts really loud and then it gets quiet. And it was like the same volume.
Beats. Powerbeats Pro. Again, using that Pro. Tossing it around loosey-goosey. See, now this is a case. It's heavy. It's too big for your pocket. This might take up less space in your pocket to have 2 things in AirPods.
2 AirPods, yeah.
2 AirPods. Like, why couldn't they just get rid of all this hook stuff? Just go with this. These definitely feel more comfortable than the Powerbeats.
I hate these. Flat, optimized Apple high-end, too much bass.
Don't buy your earbuds from Beats. Bose QuietComfort earbuds. $279.
Jeez.
Big case.
Big boys.
Earbuds themselves are a little bit heavy. I mean, they're not super heavy, but they're not light. Pretty comfortable, I must say. And you can hear it again. You can kind of hear the noise cancellation a little bit.
In terms of style,
I can barely hear you. This one for me is clearly the most comfortable so far.
I like the style of them. I think that they actually are kind of sleek. Whoa, yeah. These made me feel a thing. I get a little high from these.
Okay. Bose Sport earbuds start at $179. Love this box that it comes in. That is a big case.
Do you shake your head around?
Shake my head. Yeah, these are really
snug.
Yeah, these are good. The way that they're shaped, though, it kind of looks almost like one of those smaller Bluetooth headsets people used to wear.
It's almost like they're Bluetooth earbuds.
Felt a little heavier on the bass in some of the tracks.
I felt like these were optimized for bass.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming, you know, you're working out, you want to hear more bass, and so they just tuned it up just a little bit.
Clarity was excellent. The quality of the sound overall was excellent. For working out, I can see why you would want this.
Next up, we have the Google Pixel Buds 2. The original Pixel Buds weren't really earbuds. They had a, you know, a little connecting wire. These are real earbuds. Got the nice black and white ones because we're basic like that. This case is a little bit heavier, it feels like. Yeah, these are really sturdy in the ear. Sturdy in the ear. These little, you know, antenna on the side, they're a little flimsy.
I do like the texture of the outside for some reason. These have a weird sound too. Okay, this is bad electronics.
I thought the bass was really lacking in some of the songs. I really didn't get the 3D immersive sound.
Nothing.
They go in your ears and they make sound. Jabra Elite 75T earbuds. Nice sleek finish on these. I don't know, the case kind of feels a little cheap. So the R and the L on here are pretty faded, but yeah, they go right in. They're in right, they're kind of...
They're just not super snug?
They're not super snug.
They're not super comfortable. They've got that, like, sharp feel on the inside of my ear. What the It's absolutely no mid-range.
These, disappointing.
I can't believe how bad these are. Terrible, too much bass, nothing else. If you're thinking to yourself, I like bass, you don't. You don't like this.
You don't like it this much. How about the Microsoft Surface earbuds? That is a different case for sure. Boom.
Like a jewelry box. These are a fashion statement on a level that none of the other earbuds are.
It's like a toilet.
No attempt to make earbuds that fit a human ear. They have like a weird mid-range bump. It sounds like a muted almost.
The clarity was fine. It wasn't like muffled or rumbling or anything. It just wasn't good. If you like music, but you don't really want to enjoy it a ton, Galaxy Buds Live, you know, just looking at the box, they look like jelly beans to me.
They look like kidneys to me.
They're very big.
Yeah, it looks like this is kind of just like sticking in your whole ear.
Yeah, one size fits all. They're in there, talking, moving my head, they're not falling out.
In terms of passive noise canceling, this does not have that. This seems to be filtering out some weird range of noise. I think that they should be called like bass boost earbuds.
There is nothing spectacular about these in my opinion. I feel like the first few songs I listened to, there was just something about the sound that wasn't great. Maybe it's just that the clarity wasn't as good.
Adequate. They're very good.
Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. Can you bring the color? Pretty close.
Pretty close. You're not going to be disappointed by that.
Yeah. These are made for my ears, I'm telling you. One thing I don't particularly like is when you put them back in the case, they are kind of loose. I mean, there's a magnet there holding it in, but like they can easily knock them around a little bit. Think they're more comfortable than the Buds Live?
Yes.
100%, yeah. They feel pretty good. I mean, I don't think they do anything like super well that make them really stand out.
Do these sound good, not worrying too much about the audiophile stuff? I think the answer is yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just bang for your buck, these might be it. Let's take a look at the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2s. Oh yeah. That's a perfect match. Dead on. That is a nice case. I guess that's it.
So sometimes you have to like lift up on the side of your ear, which like opens the ear canal a little bit.
Well, exactly. You shouldn't have to do this.
If you were familiar with high quality headphones, David.
These just don't feel as comfortable.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're very comfortable.
These ones really did a good job of getting the spacious feel from the Kronos Quartet. Shell out the money for them, you won't be disappointed by them. Our top 3 earbuds. We had the same top 3, different order.
Yes.
But these are the top 3. You'll notice no AirPods, no Pixel Buds, no Samsung Galaxy Buds. And that was one of the things that I thought coming into this. I thought everything's gonna be about the same. Just get the one that works best with your phone.
Right.
And I was very wrong about that.
Not even close. And in fact, our number 3 choice was not close to number 1 and 2, which we disagreed on for number 1 and 2. But number 3 we both agreed was the
Bose Sport earbuds.
So it goes over there in the little podium.
Goes little podium.
Great pair of earbuds, $200. So they're
bronze metal.
Little bronze metal there, nice. Made that ourselves.
Yep.
I know, it's surprising. These are great headphones. A little bass heavy, but that's probably what you want working out.
Yep.
Great fit, great Bose sound, super clear. If you're just listening at home, you might be a little overwhelmed by the bass with those. If you wanted a bass boost headphone, this would be a bass boost headphone.
There you go.
Just a great pair of headphones.
Yep, starting price $179.
Oh, is that all it is?
Yep, so they're $100 cheaper than the QuietComforts. If you're looking for a little bit of a cheaper option, as you said, the bass is heavy, but if you're working out, that's kind of what you want, get you going.
Right.
And yeah.
In terms of clarity of sound, these are just a little bit more than the AirPods. Way better than AirPods. Galaxy Buds Live, Galaxy Buds Plus, way better sound. Go with the Bose. They sound great. Great pair of headphones. Number 2, we disagreed on it. See, I don't know if we're going to agree on this. Okay. The Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 2s are amazing sounding headphones. They fit right in your ear, and the real difference between these and the Bose really comes down to fit. The Bose have these wingtips.
It's a wing, so it doesn't go around your ear, it goes in your ear, so it's not like a hook around your ear, it fits in your ear.
Right. Stay away from those around ear ones.
I don't like those,
yeah, terrible. These just sort of go in your ear. I thought they just fit great. They're very small, but the audio quality, when I wore these, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Earbuds can sound good. It was a whole other experience. Fabulous sounding. Not even close to these.
I thought what these did really well, I think it's kind of hard for earbuds to create the really immersive 3D space with the sound, and these did that very well. But the one issue here, again, price tag, $299, expensive.
Yep.
Expensive.
Very expensive. But so are, guess which one's number 1? I know it's
I didn't give the silver medal to the
give us the silver medal.
There you go. Number 1, these are my favorite. I know they weren't your favorite, but these, I mean, it's good.
Next level.
It was crazy. It's really good.
Yeah. I did not think that they sounded better than the Sennheisers necessarily. David, I think
they were very comfortable, and they were light. They're a little big. They could just put the clamp on a smaller case. The sound it's incredible.
Yeah. This was the first one that made me go, wow. Whoa, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, these are comfortable. The Sennheisers also number 2 maybe because I felt like they had a little bit more of a treble. All right.
The Bose QuietComfort earbuds, they fit my ear better. Maybe it was the wing on the headphone, but
yeah. Because it depends on your ear. Yeah. And there are different earbud sizes that come in each of these.
Yeah.
But if you get any of these pairs of earbuds, you're going to be happy.
Yes.
Fabulous. Let's talk about our worst earbuds.
Talk about the worst.
All right, let's get these good guys out of here.
So, worst earbuds of the ones, of the 13 that we tested, we picked 3 that were the worst. And before we get into that, we got 6 on the table. I just want to give a dishonorable mention to the Beats.
Just all 3 of them
all
at once.
3 of them. I was so disappointed. And first of all, I don't like when they're calling themselves wireless when there's clearly a wire that's connecting. Look at this. This is nuts. There's obviously a wire there.
That's not a wire, David. That's not
a wire. It's a cable. These ones, the sound of the Beats Flex wasn't terrible. It's only $50. Not a bad price. It's just...
The cable is comically long.
The cable, it's like 3 feet long. This might be 3 feet long.
I don't know whose head is that big, but it's crazy. I don't like the over the ear.
Yeah, I think those might have been the worst overall.
Yeah, probably the least comfortable style because I had trouble getting a solid fit inside my ear because of all this garbage going around out here. The Bose being inside the ear, the wingtips, way better. Yeah. Way better, more secure. These things are just awful. And these, it felt like, if you're running, you're working out with these things, it gets caught in a branch, and all of a sudden you're going backwards. Awful.
And the Powerbeats Pro, these are $250. Pay up a little bit, a tiny bit, for the Bose QuietComforts or the Sennheisers.
Yep. Or pay down to the Bose Sport.
Yeah, just don't.
To $200.
Don't get any. Don't get the Beats. The Beats are all bad.
Yep.
Sorry, Beats.
So this is the truth.
I own a pair of Beats headphones, so I can critique them as well. So we've got
our 3 worst.
Our 3 worst. Number 3 for me was the Microsoft Surface earbuds.
For all of us, yeah.
For both of us.
Yeah.
The design is just really bad. I've heard people give these really solid reviews too, and it's like, oh, you can make up whatever you think about the design. It's just ugly. So on our notes we said, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean makes you want to move, but not overpowering. And I thought, it makes me want to move these earbuds out of my ears. It's
terrible looking. They look like gauges. But my number 1 thing was that the noise canceling has this white noise sound that does not go away. Just, so I don't, that's not noise canceling. That's just white noise. So
the case is bad. Looks like a toilet.
Looks like a
cheap
toilet.
Plastic. Now, I have learned that you can swipe PowerPoint slides using the touch screen on the Surface earbuds. And we aren't the biggest fans of some of the more recent Microsoft products, but these the in terms of terribleness, like 3 to 1, these are passable, and then
Passable.
There's like falls off a steep cliff for the next two.
So that's our number 3. Number 2, worst, and I mean this is kind of, should we give it away?
Yeah.
Number 2 worst, the Google Pixel Buds.
Just disappointing.
How disappointing is this? You know, you see Apple, Google, AirPods, crap. Really. I mean, AirPods are good. They're good sounding. They didn't make our best, they didn't make our worst. They're not great, they're good. These sound terrible. There is an artificial, like artifacts, digital artifacts with the noise canceling, sort of this electronic-y processor type sound. An older PC laptop like I used to have, you'd plug in the headphones and there'd be this little hum, and the noise canceling artifacts were so bad that you could actually hear them during quiet sections of other tracks.
Unacceptable. I thought the bass was kind of lacking on these headphones, and they didn't really give you that 3D, immersive environment feel that some of our top headphones had. And it's also a Google product, and you'd expect better from Google.
Yeah, just lazy engineering, probably the worst engineering, well, maybe not the worst, but terrible.
Yeah.
Do not buy these. And the case, woof.
Original AirPods.
Compared in weight. Okay, in size, wow. These are much bigger. Not
Don't
good.
buy those.
The silver of badness.
So, the worst. And I don't think it was remotely close.
No.
When I put these in my ear and listened to the first song, I'm sure I made a face. It was unbelievable how bad these sounded.
These were absolutely
They weren't comfortable.
Terrible. These are terrible.
This is good. This is good commentary. Just be you laughing.
No clarity anywhere else. They sound terrible. And all these other review websites are ranking these as solid choices. I think it was in the top 5 of Tom's Guide Best Headphones. You can't trust that crap. Seriously, you think you can trust these people, but if they're getting free pairs of headphones from Jabra, and God knows what else on the side, these are crap.
$179. I mean, they weren't, I didn't think they were very comfortable either. Just looking at the starting price, $179. Get the Bose Sport Earbuds for the same price.
Hey, that much money?
Yeah, $179. One thing I do like about these headphones, I'll just say it, like the case, solid case, but
the headphones themselves are terrible.
Yeah.
There was really nothing good about these at all.
Yeah.
And it's funny, if you look at some of the Amazon reviews, even though it gets like a 4.1 or something on Amazon, the people who are giving it the 1 and 2 star reviews are doing so and being like, this sounds like garbage, because it does sound like garbage.
It's bad.
Yep, can't trust that stuff.
Don't buy Jabra, don't buy, just, Bose,
don't buy
Sennheiser.
these. Yes.
One other thing I want to say real quick is that I was, disappointed with the AirPods. I've had the original AirPods since they came out, and I've been using them for the past 4 years. And I was like, all right, well, these are pretty solid headphones. I've enjoyed them. They're comfortable. And they were okay.
Yeah, I give them a 3 out of 5.
They were okay.
Yep.
Middle of the road. As you've mentioned a few times, Apple kind of optimizes the sound. And
they sound good.
Yeah.
None of these sound good.
Right.
At the end of the day, I like to ask myself, do these headphones sound good? No, no, no. Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy Bose, Sennheiser, don't buy Jabra, Google, Microsoft. Thanks for watching this video. Those are the best earbuds of 2021. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think, and maybe you disagree with some of our picks. Let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more great videos about headphones.